Build Your Platform Podcast, episode number 10. On this episode of Build Your Platform, we're going to be talking about the easy part and the hard part of your business. Now, I'm going to give you a whole list of the easy part and the hard part, and of course the easy part is much longer of a list than the hard part. And those are just my easy and hard parts. I hope that you will be able to generate a list of what is your easy part and what is your hard part. We'll find out in this episode. Hi there, and thanks so much for listening to the Build Your Platform podcast, where we talk about difficult yet effective marketing lessons for early-stage entrepreneurs and small business owners who are just starting off to build their audience. Now, if you're at the very beginning of your journey, or even somewhat a little bit further along, maybe not the very beginning, kind of the middle beginning, the end beginning, the next stage, whatever it is, wherever you are in your journey, really, this is very valuable. This is something that you can definitely use. It is called the easy part and the hard part. And this is something that I got from somebody who I frequently make reference to in my podcast episodes, the one and only Seth Godin. I believe I heard this in his Startup School podcast, and it really made me think. And so I want to go over the easy part and the hard part with you as far as what I think can generally apply, and also what I think applies to me. And so you can then list the things that are your easy part and your hard part. You may be able to take some things from my list, but you may have many items on your own list. So without further ado, I am going to start with the easy part. There are several items on this list of the easy part, and here they are. Figuring out your business name is the easy part. Designing a logo is the easy part. Building your website is the easy part. Launching your website is the easy part. Figuring out what product or service you want to sell right off the bat, or none at all, is the easy part. Getting your legal house in order is the easy part. Registering as an LLC or an S-Corp or sole proprietor or whatever it is you want to do, that's the easy part. Doing your taxes and paying those quarterly estimated tax payments, that is the easy part. Doing busy work that may have something to do with your business to varying degrees and may have varying degrees of usefulness to your business, that is the easy part. Here is the hard part. Getting people to pay you money for what you are offering. That's it. That is the hard part. The hard part is getting people to pay you money for what you're offering. I know that you can really take days, maybe even weeks, toiling and thinking about your business name, trying to come up with the absolutely perfect name for your business. If you don't do it, everything is absolutely going to be miserable and a failure. Oh my God, what am I going to do if I don't come up with a decent business name? Well, it's really easy, because honestly, you can just put two random words together and boom, you have a business name. It's not really all that hard. Perhaps you should take some time and figure out a good name that represents you, and also take a look at past page 1 of Google just to make sure that that name isn't taken and trademarked. But that's the easy part. Building your website. It can take a long time to build a website. It can take a long time to figure out what you want on there. It can take a long time to build the wireframes, the overall schematics and user interface of the website. It can take a long time to do the visual design. It can take a long time to do development. It can take a long time to put everything together and then put it on a staging server and test it out for any bugs and then deploy it to your live server where it will be out there in the public to see. It can take a long time. It can take 2 months, 6 months, up to a year. But you don't go into this business saying, man, I hope I can launch this website. I might not, because 90% of businesses fail to launch a website within the first 5 years. That's not the statistic. 90% of businesses fail within the first 5 years, but there are no businesses, unless something really stupid happens, that fail to launch a website in the first 5 years or ever. It's not that you're not going to launch a website. Chances are you are going to see it through and launch a website. That's an easy part. Designing your logo. You're going to design your logo. Registering for an LLC or an S Corp. You're going to register for an LLC or an S Corp. It's going to happen. It's not even a question. I mean, maybe you don't want to right now, but if you do want to, then you're not going to say, oh man, I really hope I can register for an S Corp because 90% of businesses fail in the first 5 years to register for an S Corp. Do you see what I mean? This is the easy shit. This is the easy stuff that you know is going to get done. Any kind of work like this, and this also includes writing content, writing blog posts, writing guest blog posts, writing articles, writing white papers, doing podcasts, recording episodes, anything, any kind of content creation, any of this stuff. That's the easy part. Because if you know you're going to do it, and you know that there's really nothing stopping you from doing it, then it's the easy part. But here's what you don't know. You don't know if people are going to pay you for what you are offering. Whether it's a product or a service, you have no idea. And as far as I can tell right now, the hardest place to get to is to go from $0 to $1. To go from nobody ever having paid you for anything to somebody having paid you for something. Because once you get that first dollar, then you will realize, oh shit, someone actually paid me for something. I can make a go of this. I have value to someone. Somebody thinks that I am trustworthy enough to open up my wallet and put in my credit card information and pay me for the product or service that I'm offering. And that's the hardest part, is getting from $0 to $1. And then maybe it gets a little easier getting from 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 100, 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000, so on and so forth. I'm assuming at least it gets easier with time, but it gets really hard to go from 0 to $1. So what do you do to get from 0 to $1? You ship, connect, and repeat. The other strategies and tactics you use will be entirely unique to you and your situation and what works best and what doesn't work too well either. But taking the time to ship, connect, and repeat and just doing it over and over and over again. Shipping means putting stuff out there in the world for people to see. Connecting means reaching out to people one-on-one, not just a drive-by tweeting out something at them, like reaching out to people one-on-one or reaching out to a group where you know people will see you and give them the chance to respond. The way of building relationships, basically. And then just repeating the process. And that's what you will have to do, is ship, connect, and repeat. And that's how you will accomplish the hard part. And that about does it for me. I hope you got some value out of this episode. I sincerely enjoyed doing it for you, and I sincerely appreciate having you as a listener. And if you want to check out the show notes to this or any other episode, go to andystitt.com/BYP. That's BYP for Build Your Platform. And if you were to leave me a rating and or review on iTunes, I would be eternally grateful. You can go to andystitt.com/iTunes to do that. Now ship, connect, repeat, and don't ever stop. Thanks so much. I'll see you out there.